All right, this is Barton George. I'm here at Web 2.0 with Lew Moorman. Lew, how are you doing?
Doing great. Good to see you, Barton.
Good to see you. So now you were just named president of cloud computing at Rackspace. And what does that mean?
Well, we really think that cloud is the next generation for hosting and an important piece of the hosting puzzle. And we've been investing in it for the last few years. I've been sort of really running that effort. It's involved sort of the development of our Moso business. It's involved 3 acquisitions. We've built out our mail business. So we have a whole bunch of businesses that involve pooled computing driven by software to bring customers a lot more benefits and lower costs. So it's really taking responsibility for those businesses and making sure we continue to evolve them and do the right things for customers.
And so are you going to use the Moso brand to
Someone's going to
get
in on your...
No, I said what it really means is you got to be my manager.
So for those of you...
Mission impossible.
So yeah, another thing, you've recently hired
big challenges for big titles, right?
this Robert Scoble guy, and what are you doing?
I just joined Rackspace, and we're building a site a community called Building 43, which is for people who are fanatical about the internet, and specifically building the internet. So.
Okay, and so you're going to do sort of what you did at Microsoft,
a little bit of a different take, because this time I'm instead of trying to pitch somebody's brand, like Microsoft, I'm going to try to help small businesses build better websites, and by doing that, we're all going to win. Because as more businesses get on the web and get into using iPhones or Facebook or Twitter or whatever, they're going to need to build systems and they're going to need hosting, and so we should win in that world.
Very cool. So Lew, how did you get the idea to hire this fellow over here?
Well, we got to know these guys. They were nice enough to come down and visit us, and he wrote a nice piece about us, or did a nice video. And then they came down for our cloud event, and Rob Legess, who you may or may not know, has known these guys for a long time, and Rocky, the opportunity came up to get Rocky. We've always wanted to have more video content sort of around our customers and around the cloud and all these emerging things. And so we sort of went after Rocky, and that got us an in with this guy. And so we sort of convinced him. And look, we are very open to pursuing his vision around this community. And what we want to do is help companies use these new technologies to succeed and help our customers do it. So I agree with Robert, and I also think he's going to keep us honest. He's going to push us on things to do things that make us uncomfortable, and I think that it's good to have a voice like that in the company.
So is there a big virtual Building 43 coming out party, hoopla, debutante ball?
We're aiming at May, but we still don't know the exact date. But yeah, we'll have it coming out shindig of some kind.
All right, that looks like should be good.
It'll be at Building 43. You can watch us on Twitter and friend feed and other places. So just click on building43.com and join the community there, and you'll see it spreading as it gets launched out.
Nice. Viral that it is. So yesterday I also read you guys have been in the news a lot recently. So for one thing, you're on NASDAQ now, right?
No, we're not on
NASDAQ.
What was that? This is a very counterintuitive thing. I don't even understand it myself. We are a New York Stock Exchange company.
Yes.
But NASDAQ has an index that is sort of the NASDAQ 100 leading internet companies. And they will pick companies that, whether they're on the NASDAQ or on the New York Stock Exchange. So we got put on the NASDAQ 100.
Okay, so that counts for something.
It does.
It's a sort of a matrixed stock stock thing.
It's a nice. They view us, I guess. I don't know what their criteria are, honestly, but what's interesting is 14 companies came off, and some of them were big names. I mean, Real Network. These were sort of the last era's giants. And so it's very interesting to look at the list of people that came off. I think we're the only ones that came on this year. So I also saw today, we're the only IPO, venture-backed IPO in the last year. There's been one in a year.
So that was back in June or August?
It was in August.
August.
So it has been quite
good
a drought.
timing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we like hard challenges.
So what are you looking forward to most in coming up with what your cloud efforts? What are some of the big things that you're going to be launching? I know you had your big coming out party for the cloud compute back in, was it October or November?
Yeah, well, we did some acquisitions. Just recently we launched Cloud Servers, which is our on-demand compute offer, which is doing great. We're really excited about it. We took our cloud storage out of beta. And then our cloud sites offer just continues to do really, really well. I mean, I think we're hosting 120,000 plus production domains. So a lot of really great customers using it. We sort of had a SaaS company called Zapproved, which is actually a really cool app. That it helps you do approvals in a company. So it's sort of, you can set up a sort of a request in Outlook, and you ship it off to a domain, and it sends an email to everybody to go in and sort of approve it. It documents it all. It's a great little tool for bigger companies. They're hosted on cloud sites. So, look, the offer's going great. We're investing intensely in this. So we have a lot of big plans coming. I won't say too much, but all the things that people expect from us, Windows offer, other things are coming. So we're excited about it, and we're looking to work with developers on it. I'm out here meeting with a number of developers and companies that want to build tools on top of it, and we're getting great traction on that. So we're really trying to help the ecosystem come together and get access to our customers and to the traction that we're really trying to get out there.
So will you be launching a formal developer program?
Well, so we have APIs on our cloud storage. We have the APIs for our servers is coming, and also for cloud sites. So just having APIs is sort of having a program. We are looking at ways to do it. So we're exploring different ways to help get these developers exposure to our base. So people, we have tens of thousands of customers that are going to want to use the best tools. So we are working on something programmatic. We don't have all the details yet, but we do want to make this something where customers can get access. These guys can get access to it because they want to make money and sell their tools, and we want to help them do that. And we've got a base that needs these tools. So
cool.
We're working on that.
And you've also announced some pretty competitive pricing against Amazon, I noticed.
Yeah, look, I think that everyone goes, we're trying to beat them on price. I think that is not the case. In fact, if you compare apples to apples, we're a little more expensive. Now we include service, which we think is sort of, fanatical support is something that's going to matter in the cloud too. We just started at a lower price point, so we have smaller cloud servers than their smallest EC2 instance, and so it just starts lower. But for the average developer out there that wants to run a blog or some site, having this small instance is all you need. And so we're getting a lot of traction in those types of for those types of developers, and also for anyone who just wants to try it. To do it at 1.5 cents an hour, it's basically free.
Yeah.
So we want lots and lots of people to try these new tools so they can build new things.
I've been seeing SliceHost get mentioned a lot lately, especially like Jesse Stays using it to send a bunch of messages to Twitter, because Twitter has a limit. So he instances up a bunch of slices. What's happening there?
Yeah. So SliceHost is, we bought them last fall, and it's an amazing company. So Jason and Matt, the founders of it, just built an amazing following, starting with the Ruby community. They were just huge in the Ruby community, and they just built a great service that works perfectly. They keep it simple, and they have great service, and they believe in customers, and they've built just an incredible following in the developer world. And look, we're going to keep that brand. That's an important brand to us. It reaches sort of that super techie who really knows what they're doing and wants to have a sandbox and run production things. So we're going to keep that brand, keep evolving it. We've got a team devoted to it. We're going to use the technology for our cloud service offer, which is more of a utility compute offer by the hour. But it's a loved brand. I'll tell you, it's amazing. When we met them, we knew that they were just like us, because they really are customer focused and care about folks and want things to work well. So.
Very cool. So anything, Robert, do you have anything to add before we sign off here?
No, we're just going around the world and meeting a lot of cool developers and a lot of cool companies who are using not just the internet but social media to change the world. Companies like Zappos, who just passed $1 billion in sales. So we're trying to get some of those interesting stories about how these companies are doing it, and how older brands are reinvigorating themselves using the internet. So that's what we're doing.
Rocky's here too.
Yeah, Rocky.
Here's Rocky.
Yeah.
All right, say hi to the camera. Yeah.
He's my producer, so we go around the world, and we're going to be traveling to a city near you.
And I think I've got a product that you guys can start with.
Awesome.
All right. And Mr. President Lew Moorman, thank you so much for taking the time, and I look forward to chatting again with you soon.
Absolutely.
All righty.